Cannabis has been growing wild all around the world for longer than humans have existed. Its earliest usage by humans was in pottery that was found in an ancient village site in Taiwan, and it dates back to over 10,000 years ago. The Lu Shi, a Chinese work of the Sung dynasty, contains a statement that the 28th century BC Red Emperor Shen Nung stumbled upon this mystical plant and taught of its usage as a fibre. Around 4,000 years ago, cannabis was being used in India, where it was turned into a drink called bhang, and even given to the Hindu deity Shiva as an offering. The first written record of cannabis sativa was by Greek historian Herodotus. He wrote of the Central Eurasians of the time taking cannabis steam baths, and noted of its intoxicating effects. Cannabis was being used almost everywhere around the world for centuries, but it took until the early 1600s to make its way to North America, when it was brought in with the Jamestown settlers. By the 1800s, hemp had become one of the most popular crops for farmers everywhere. Even George Washington and Thomas Jefferson were growing it. It wasn't until about the time of the Civil War that weed became popular as a recreational drug, when new varieties were being imported from various continents. In 1856, John Greenleaf Whittier wrote a poem which describes marijuana's intoxicating effects. Since then, cannabis has become a huge part of society, used by millions across the globe. The hippie movement during the 60s brought a rise to an increase of usage in society. Marijuana, along with LSD, helped give inspiration to a generation of writers, poets, and musicians, to what became known as the Beat Generation. There's been a lot of government and anti-marijuana scare tactics, and Richard Nixon really didn't do us any favors with his war on drugs, which has placed marijuana as a Schedule I DEA listed drug, deemed to have no medicinal value, costing taxpayers billions of dollars and imprisoning millions and ruining lives over the last few decades. And it has remained as a listed one substance ever since, despite its legality in multiple US states. More research than ever is being conducted on cannabis, and as scientists find ways to isolate and test all 483 compounds the plant is made up of, new discoveries are being made each year. With states in America and other countries coming on board with medical and recreational cannabis each day, the future looks bright for this booming industry, despite a few possible roadblocks upon the way. And that's basically a brief history of cannabis. I hope you enjoyed. Bye!